we talked last week about how we learn English and why. So I'm going to quickly
How we try to learn English.
yes, how I learned English.
Without succeeding.
So when I was 16, so I talked about my vacation summer camp language summer
In Europe.
camp in Europe.
And let's think this. Don't forget that he wasn't rich, but he was able to go to England and Spain.
Yeah, that's
Either
true.
to learn English and Spanish. And for me that was impossible. As a Mexican, for me that's a rich
Yeah.
kid.
For snack, she was chewing sticks.
Yeah. I was so poor. But he was poor. He has white people problems.
No, okay. No, I guess so. But anyway, so when I was 16, I started living on my own because before that I was a year and a half in boarding school in a Catholic private school, which was really expensive for my mother, that was jobless at the time. And then she
So
found
who
a,
paid
she
for
found
your
a job,
for your
the
school?
savings, I guess. And then she found a job, but it was on the road. Like she was training people on the cosmetic products.
Yeah, don't say it on the road because
No, not on the street, on the road. Like a salesman. Oh my God. Okay, so she was gone 5 days out of 7.
Okay.
She was training over salesperson in cosmetology. Anyway, and so I asked her if I could live in the apartment because I didn't want to stay in boarding school. It was expensive. So I started living on my own. And as I explained, I was a very well-behaved teenager. I was not doing any crazy things. The only crazy things that I was doing is like hitchhiking to go to surfing spots, basically. And that put me into some type of trouble despite what I wanted. But that's the only thing
Tricky.
that I was doing. But anyway, so I did that and I lived on my own. I never like partied like crazy. I had friends over like a few times, but not crazy. I was never drinking. I was never smoking weed.
So boring.
Or whatever. Yes. So I just had people over. But even my friends were not like drinking like crazy either. Like some of them did, like mostly on the surfing thing. They were having this type of party. But apart from that, no. And then when I moved again and still living on my own during high school, I had friends that were not smoking, not drinking, nothing. But we were gathering, and it was only like just talking and having fun, but not the type of fun that I had.
Okay, we understand. We understand that you were a well-behaved boy.
Yes,
okay, move on.
maybe too well behaved. And so once I graduated high school, I realized that I didn't know what I wanted to do next. And the reason why I didn't know is because first I was on my own
because
for
I didn't know
the past few years. I had nobody that could really direct me into a career path. And I never had this type of talk with my friends because...
Or your mom?
Yeah, well, my mom a little bit, but she didn't know. I mean, she didn't went to college, so she didn't go to college, so she didn't know really what was available.
Your grandparents?
No. But anyway, so I realized that all my friends knew already what they wanted to do. And for me, I was just focusing on having my high school diploma, which is like a final exam. Mm-hmm. So you study for that. If you don't have it, you need to go again in the...
What?
Yeah, it's a final...
So it's not each, like in any other country, like in
It's
Mexico?
a final exam.
No, but in each, like in Mexico, like it's per year, like semesters. The high school is per semesters.
Final exam.
So each semester you have an exam, a test, and if you fail the last semester, you only repeat the last semester, not the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's final exam in France. Except for this year, I just read today that they decided, like in June, like it was going to be all year long. It's not going to be a final exam this year because of the situation. But so I was just focusing on having it because that's hard to get, I guess, even though 80% of people get it. But you really need to study. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think I could get it because I missed, I think, 1/3 of the classes in my last year because I was doing, I had spasmophilia. Like
he has the most weirdest illness in the
world.
No,
I was just, I don't like to be confined in the classroom. I started stressing out a lot and I had spasmophilia that was like basically like freezing me like that. So I was staying home 1/3 of the time. and so I didn't participate
So
in
what?
class.
Okay, I need to know more about that. Like, so you were doing your shit at the classroom, and all of a sudden you were like,
No, I had like horrible stomach cramps,
uh-huh.
but and then headaches, and I could not focus. And the only relief that I had is if I was getting out of that classroom.
Very convenient.
I'm sorry, but it's a thing. I guess stress and boredom, a lot of boredom actually, because I don't-
Like to be bored.
no, I don't know. Like there like it was never happening in classes where there was participation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I could participate, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
When it was 4 hours of philosophy,
You don't like philosophy?
I love philosophy, but if it was only the teacher talking for 4 hours, after an hour and a half, I was like having it. It was over for me. So anyway, so that was my condition, uh, and
That's a condition, yes.
I did have my high school diploma. I didn't have to repass the test, and once I had it, I was like, that was not that expected.
I was expecting to fail. Seriously?
Well, I really missed most of the time. I wasn't studying that much. I know I had like my girlfriend at the time. Like we like if we had like an essay to do, for instance, like we had 15 days to turn it in. And on the last day, I was asking her, so show me what you did or whatever, just to get inspired. I would not write the same thing, but I would do it like last minute, and she would work on it for the past 2 weeks. And then after I would have a better grade than she does. And she was always like complaining, it's like, next time you don't see anything. I say, but look, it's very different. There's nothing to do. It just inspired me to start because I didn't know how to start. I need something to start. And it's still the case. I still need to have the inspiration to start. And like she was really mad at me. Like after like the first times it was cute, but after a while it was really like she was so mad because she was studying
apologize
hard.
to her.
Yes, I apologize for that and for all
Other
the other shit that I did after that. But so that's how it was. And even like at the day off, she was, because I had an ankle injury.
My God!
I ruptured my ligaments on playing handball.
A dog bite you.
That's when I was
But
13.
so many things happen to you. What?
Yeah, I ripped my ligaments during sports, basically. Like instead of trying to play handball and scoring normally, I wanted to do a 360.
Jump, cartwheel, catch the ball,
and
run very fast.
I exploded my ankle, and so during high school, it's in June, it's hot, south of France, and she had a car. So
the same girlfriend.
Yes. So
you're a saint.
So she was bringing me there, and I remember, like for instance, when you had the philosophy test, so which was a big one because we were in literature or art or whatever it's called here. I was looking, so you have different subjects, like you have like 30 of them, and you're going to have 2 choices, and you don't know which one it is. And I picked one. I was reading about it, and I remember we were in the same classroom when we received the subjects. When she looked at it, she looked at me and said, like, motherfucker. Because that's the only
one that you chose?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I was reading on our way to the test, because I didn't study that much during the year. But anyway.
So you passed your exam.
I passed my exam.
You had your high school diploma. Bravo.
Yeah.
And then how you figure how to do?
And then I was like, what do I do? I don't know what I'm going to study. I had no aspiration, nobody to tell me you should do that or what. And then I talked to my friends. I was like, so you guys do what you're doing? So one was going to law school, the other one was going to a sports school.
So every one of your friends now they have
knew,
a degree.
Yeah,
but now they all
all have a degree,
and they are successful.
I don't know very well. Yeah, I mean, I guess to a certain extent, and I didn't know, and I was like,